Hi there plant friends, this is Leanne. I'm in Cape Tribulation and that is very far north Queensland. It's wet tropics and rainforest, and we're staying in an off-grid solar powered house. Lots of interesting tree stumps holding it up. Open breakfast bar. We had a barbecue last night. There's a barbecue. I'm going to give you a tour of the garden. You can see little glimpses of it over here and there. Really quite lovely. So let's go and have a look. Right, so now I'm down the bottom and just going to show you a little pathway near the driveway where we've parked the car. And already you can see that there's some lovely ferns and some small fan palms. Now these can get enormous, but in this garden these are quite small. They have some other really large plants in this garden. This time of the year it's actually the dry season, but it has actually rained a little bit for a couple of days we've been here, and this is the first time that the sun's really come out properly. Over here we've got some Heliconias. It's quite small flowers, but they are very pretty. And you can see more up ahead. There's a variety of palms here. I don't know what this one is, but it's quite interesting with the really long leaves. And the other interesting thing about it is, have a look at these deadly things. Look at those thorns, absolutely psycho. And then scattered everywhere, which will probably be just spread through spores blowing in the wind, are lots of little ferns. And this palm here, I'm going to scroll up, that's an Alexandra palm, I think it is. It's got beautiful fronds. They're a little bit lighter green than some of the other palms, and they stand out, and they've got a nice straight trunk to them. And over here, that's a foxtail palm. So the leaves kind of form like almost like a very loose bottle brushy effect, and I guess it kind of looks like a foxtail. One more thing to show you up here, bird's nest fern. You see these a lot in not just far north Queensland, but in Queensland. So you've got a couple down here, just kind of nestled in against the trunk of that there. And then over here, you've got a couple more specimens here. And if going close, like I have now, you can see all the spores. And look what we've got here, a little climber. Just notice that. So attaching itself there like that, and then that looks a little bit like a dragon tail. And it's a house plant, and it's still quite popular. But here a lot of house plants are actually garden plants because the weather's so good. Today's about 25 and it's about 60% humidity, I think. It's actually quite pleasant, really nice. Alright, let's go to another part of the garden. Here we've got a fan palm above us, and nestled in amongst the trunk is a nice long fern. Looking over to the other side of the path, I can see an alocasia or a caladium, I think it is. Let's have a look. Quite lovely leaves, pink, variegation. Now coming into an open part. So they've got quite a few open grass areas in this garden, and they also have some Buddha type statues around the place. Now, this is the first of many. These two enormous plants here, they're Pandanas. Now they're quite tall, and also they've got a huge amount of aerial roots, and I'll come in closer and show you those aerial roots. Alright, so a little bit closer now. You can see those aerial roots. There's a bit of bamboo in front of it. But look how huge they are. And right nearby, we've got a little stand of lipstick palms. These have the beautiful red stems that are characteristic of the younger ones. Lovely colour. It looks like somebody has painted it on. And now we're going to move towards a lovely little pond. Right over near the pond, and here we've got a warning sign. It looks like the real deal, doesn't it? Now, the place we're staying at is called Villa Zena, and when we got our information about the place, she did actually let us know that this is just a joke. So over near the pond, we've got some cordyline there. It contrasts really nicely because it's got that pinky, purpley foliage with the beautiful green. That's really quite pretty. Some of that's in shade. You might not be able to see that well. And over here, there's a little bridge going across. Across the other side of the bridge, a couple of lovely tree ferns. And looking back across there's this huge palm. Look how tall that is. Okay, now you can get an idea of how big that is. Wow, that is huge. So under that enormous palm, you've got all these different plants jostling for space within the trunk, going up, and up there, just right near the top of the screen there, is the fruit of this palm. They're enormous. Further over, another fan palm. Here's a little stand here. Very nice. Got a little ginger plant down here. This can come in close to that flower. Quite pretty. Has a slight perfume to it, very subtle. Right, this thing over here is enormous. That would have to be 40 to 50 metres tall. And over there, way down, those trees are really tall as well, so I might even be underestimating 50 metres. Right, little stand of trees and palms. Little butterfly just flew past. Another statue here, and some plants have latched onto the side of it. And there's little small pathways shooting off here and there. They don't go very far. The property's not, I mean it's big, but it's not, doesn't go on forever. It's not enormous, but they still had a nice little vista. It makes it feel bigger because you can't see where the garden ends. Very well done. You can just get a feel for the way they've done the open spaces and then densely planted some other areas. Nice to walk around. Now apparently there's quite a lot of fruit trees here, but I have no idea what they are and which ones are fruit trees. I'm guessing maybe those planted in front of me there are probably fruit trees. So now I'm up on the deck and scanning around, showing you some more lovely palms. And there's a clump in front, and in that gap there, right in the middle, out in the distance, is that little pond. More foliage, and have a look at this up here. Plant. Looks like a philodendron. Attached itself to a couple of palms and is going absolutely wild. So fair way down to the ground from here, probably about 4 meters, and that's gone absolutely gangbusters. Great little place here, lovely place to stay, and a lovely garden to look at, and we've got vantage points from inside the house, and doors and windows are open. It's like a breakfast bar, I'll show you that. Say hello, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
There's a little breakfast bar. So even that sort of looks out onto all that foliage over there. Alright, so thanks for staying and watching till the end. Hope you enjoyed it. I've got more videos coming, and I'll be back doing some stuff inside the house as well. Right, bye for now.